There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team called the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining me here on the Sports Money Network for Monday, December the 16th. We're ready for Monday Night Football tonight with a doubleheader to kick things off for the week. Should be a pretty exciting time with the NBA Cup coming up also on Tuesday night, so we'll have a good week of sports betting, getting ready for the holidays here, and wrapping up action yesterday from Sunday. Some steam coming in already. Time to start the week and get going and have a better week than, well, I was having a good week, and then I kind of ran into disaster last night. Yesterday, giving back some units that we scored during the week, so pretty disappointed and ready to go here this week with some action. Hopefully you guys were able to score yesterday with your picks in the NFL. We did have some team steam consensus winners yesterday. Nice job by the team here, and we'll talk about it in just a few moments and recap the NBA. But let's just say hello to everyone here today who came in this morning and get our week started. It was Cash Kane started us off. Good morning to Cash Kane as well. Here comes Dave. He's ready to talk a little sports and sports betting. Says, let's make this. The Broncos beat the Chargers. No, Broncos didn't beat the Chargers, Dave. The Broncos beat the Colts yesterday. They destroyed the Colts. There, he said it right there. Destroyed the Colts yesterday. Irish King here today as well. Thank you. Sancho ready to roll here. Thomas Lewis is here today. Thank you, Thomas. Everyone, like this channel, subscribe to our video, hit the thumbs up. Sports Money Network here on YouTube. Fastest growing sports channel on YouTube, sports betting channel. Here comes Nicholas Handy as well today. So appreciate everyone coming in here. Try to cheer me up. Here's Mushroom and Stop Geo as well. Cliff Floyd, hello. Thank you for stopping by today and appreciate you guys being here. All right, I won't have much of a commercial today. Can't tout the wares if we're not picking the winners, but you can get my best plays over at winnable.com by clicking the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. It takes you to my sales page. There I put hopefully my best plays up each and every day just for a couple of dollars. You can subscribe to my picks, including tonight's Monday Night Football best bets, also NBA, NHL, college basketball here today as we get ready for a little bit. We're getting ready for the holidays here. Did some Christmas tree decorating last night, so I wasn't on any of the streams on the other channels, but definitely ready to roll here tonight with our NFL doubleheader. That's pretty cool. Last one of the season. So check me out over there. I'll have my best bets up there today. You can click the QR code, like I said, and also save 20% by clicking on the by using the promo. Oops. I got the wrong panel up there. There we go. I'm on tilt is what it is. There's an address at winnable.com/Ramon, and also use that promo code STEAM. It comes up on your device or phone, just similar to this. You can see my sales page here comes up, and you can subscribe there as well for just $20 a month. I have it here. 50 cents a day. Hopefully you can wade through some of the L's here yesterday. Man, I'm on Tilt City as we get ready for another week. But we were smashing college basketball, just run into a little bump in the road yesterday. So trying to work through it. Pass along some steam here real quick for today's games. Maybe that'll get us going here. We're just coming in right now with Cal Baptist and Middle Tennessee State. Here's a steam play over 145 or so. It's up to 146 this morning. Cal Baptist and Middle Tennessee here on our short college basketball card. 12 games today, 6 in the NBA, 3 in the NHL, and the 2 NFL games today. So it's a manageable card. Maybe that'll work out for me here. And let's take a look. Dave says, is Mahomes done for the regular season? Doesn't look like it. Still several weeks to go, and these tests came back negative. So really just a sprained ankle is what it came down to. Just have to get some treatment on it. Could even be ready to go by next week. They could take one off, I guess. Here at this point, we'll talk about the biggest games right now in the NFL yesterday and try to find where we went right, where we went wrong. And like I said, Team Steam had it right here a little bit, certainly. So let's take a look at some of the action here from yesterday. Bob McCormick's in the chat here as well. But yesterday in the NFL, the big game between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions, as the Bills scored 30 or more points for the 8th straight game for a 48-42 victory. They've won 8 of their last 9 games and gone 7-2 against the spread. In that time, the Bills are the first team since 1966 to play back-to-back games where both teams scored more than 40 points, but it was still the Bills came out on top to snap Detroit's 11-game winning streak, despite Goff throwing for nearly 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. St. Brown had a big day, but the Lions now are tied in the loss column with the Vikings atop the NFC North. Detroit and Minnesota will play here still this season in Detroit. One more meeting between the two, but the Bills looked really good yesterday, picking up 21 points on their first 3 drives to send a message to the Lions and the rest of our folks that, hey, we're still a top contender for the Super Bowl right now. The Buffalo Bills clicking on a lot of cylinders here at this point. Hey, late last night, if you caught it, the Packers were able to knock off the Seahawks 30-13 in Sunday night football. The Packers have won 8 of their last 10 games and covered the spread in 4 straight. They outgained Seattle 369-208. Green Bay scored 20 points on their first 4 drives. Geno Smith did leave the game with a hurt knee, missed most of the second half. And he's someone maybe a little bit more serious here with Geno up to see. He did limp off the field under his own power, but may have to see what his status is for sure. Moving forward, Seattle in the second half could manage just 83 yards. Seahawks and Rams are now tied atop the NFC West. The Rams did win the first meeting between the two teams, so we'll get it again here. And like I said, I think this one is almost shaping up for a first-round rematch. Could be some jostling in there, but looking at the current playoff standings and who the opponents are, we could see this one again in the playoffs. Ravens smashed the Giants as Lamar Jackson threw 5 touchdown passes, 4 of them from more than 20 yards, and the Ravens continue to play great football on the road, covering the spread, 12-6 last 18, and the Ravens 9 of 11 on third down. The Giants could manage just 2 of 12 on third down. The Giants are 0-9 and straight up 1-8 against the spread their last 9 games. Like I said, the Giants struggling at home to put points on the board. We did score there yesterday with the Ravens on the show. We had a winner somewhere in there, taking the Ravens to smash them yesterday. So we did get that one, but the Jets knocked us off against the Jaguars 32 to 25. A wild back and forth at the end. The Jaguars led at halftime, only to come back and take the lead. The Jets regained the lead. The Jaguars tied it, but the Jets got that touchdown for the win. Devontae Adams, 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, all in the second half. Jets have gone over in 7 of their last 9. Jaguars 1-6 straight up, but 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games. However, they didn't get the money yesterday. It was the Jets actually getting the money in that one. So for the Cowboys, they knocked off the Panthers 30 to 14. Cowboys smashed them here. We did have the winner on the total over here on the show yesterday. The Cowboys scored 20 points on their first 4 drives, and they did leave 10 to 7 at halftime. The well thought out game plan kept that ball, and Dallas improved to 12-5 against the spread their last 17 games. As a road favorite, Carolina goes over again. 10 of their 14 games have gone over this season. Commanders over the Saints 20-19 in a controversial finish yesterday as Commanders hold off the Saints with that stopping the 2-point conversion. Looked like time had expired, but the referees mistakenly stopped the clock with 4 seconds left, or 9 seconds left. Looks like to the naked eye, the clock would have run out those last 4 seconds. I guess it was 4 seconds left eventually when the clock was stopped and resumed, and the Saints were able to get a backdoor touchdown for the cover. It cost us a win, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it cost us a consensus win. I think it cost the consensus parlay yesterday in that, or it would have been a push. Maybe we would have dropped it down to a lesser parlay there, but the Commanders nonetheless did not get the money because of that controversial call. So Bengals over the Titans 37-27. We had this one totally zeroed in on as a consensus play was on the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday. Great job by the chat. They get that cover. Also, I gave out the over in the game here on the show. 37-27 was the final. The Bengals are 5-0 against the spread as a road favorite. That's an impressive in itself. The Bengals have gone over in 10 of their last 13 games here right now. Titans turned the ball over 6 times and had 12 penalties. The Bengals turned the ball over 4 times and had 14 penalties in the worst played game probably of the season by any 2 teams. But nonetheless, the Bengals were able to get it done. The Tennessee Titans are now just 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 games, and just 2-8 against the spread as an underdog. That's not good. Chiefs over the Browns, and Dave mentioned it with Mahomes spraining his ankle. So just have to see where it is moving forward. The Chiefs are 13-1. They got the money to improve to 1-7 in their last 8 games against the spread. So everyone made fun of the Chiefs. I tried to go against them here. That was not a great idea. They pretty much dominated because Winston threw 3 interceptions. He got pulled. Of course, it's been an imposter situation all season long with Winston. He's good. He's great right now to have as your backup. Probably don't want him leading the way, but Cleveland here 2-5 against the spread at that where they should have an advantage at home. They don't. So Browns have gone under their team total in 11 of 14 games this season. Chiefs dominated, led 14-0 at halftime. Was the Texans over the Dolphins 20-12 last night. Team Steam consensus got that winner. I was on board with Team Steam as well, as the Texans got the win in the cover. I had the premium pick winner here on the under in this game. I did find a winner somewhere in there as Dolphins outgained Houston just 224-181, but Miami turned the ball over on 4 of their last 7 drives in the game, and Houston won despite a pretty pedestrian day offensively here. There certainly has to be concern. As good as Nico Collins looked catching that ball, the Texans really didn't move it too well, but the Texans clinched the AFC South after the Colts lost in the afternoon to Denver. So count them in. Texans are in. We knew they were getting in, but here they are, division champs for the second straight year here. And one thing they do force turnovers here right now. And sometimes turnovers are random. I get that. But there's a little something the way Houston does things. So about the Broncos over the Colts led early in the third quarter, 13-7, but it happened again, folks, and it happened to one of the superstars of the game. So where do we try to educate these great players not to drop the ball before you pass the goal line here? I don't know. I don't think you can argue it because it's just a dumb play. I don't want to say a dumb rule. The guy's going to score a touchdown. All you got to do is have possession of the ball, a sliver of the ball, get it over the line. I guess you could replay it 10 different times and say maybe you did have it over the line for just a brief moment, or maybe he dropped it 1 inch away from the goal line. Nonetheless, Taylor dropping the ball on purpose, but thinking he had scored a touchdown. Instead, it was a touchback. The Colts, after that play, couldn't do anything. It took the air out of their sails, and they scored they just had less than 100 yards and didn't score after that. So Indy's lost 5 of their last 7, 1-6 against the spread, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games as they turned the ball over 5 times. Denver had 3 picks from Bo Picks, but they were able to do it despite being outgained nearly 300-200 in the game. The Broncos have won their last 4 games, averaging, big points here for sure in that span, about 35 points a game or so for the Broncos and that offense. Cardinals beat the Patriots 30-17. The Cardinals were able to limit New England 0-for-6 on third down. The Patriots now have lost 5 of their last 6, and Arizona was able to score 16 points on their first 5 drives of the game. Patriots were not able to do much on their first 3 drives, managed just 40 yards, as James Conner had 110 yards for Arizona and 2 touchdowns, and the Cardinals snapped a 3-game losing streak by knocking off the Patriots at home. Buccaneers smashed my Chargers. Yeah, we had a winner. We had a winner here yesterday with the over in the Buccaneers and the Chargers game. I did give that one out over on Nuke the House. I was able to pull the trigger there with the Buccaneers. I didn't like the spot for my Chargers, and it proved to be correct. The Bucs outgained the Chargers 500-200 in the game. Tampa Bay 10-2 against the spread. Their last 12 games as a road underdog. What I did talk about on Nuke the House was how I thought Evans had a terrific matchup in the game, and that came true for sure. 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tampa Bay is 4-0 now off of their bye, so they're starting to hit their groove as well. The Chargers had 32 yards rushing on 11 carries. So Chargers not good in close games for sure. 9-29-7 against the spread. Their last 45 with a spread of 3 points or less. So they're just not to be trusted when the game is expected to be close. Eagles over the Steelers 27-13. So the Eagles win their 10th in a row, 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. They held the Steelers to just 163 yards and shut them out in the second half as the Steelers lost for just the second time in 9 games. And Eagles got the ball to the receivers and then some yesterday as Brown had 8 receptions for 110 yards, I think. And, maybe it was Smith. Whatever, they combined for 220 yards and 17 receptions. Smith and Brown, huge day yesterday. So, all right, I think we covered most of them here. If not, let me see. Yeah, I think that's all of them. As far as yesterday's results is concerned, we have kind of a short show, so of course I love to run down the NFL games and see how we did. But again, I can't find many winners on my ledger here yesterday, gang. Hopefully we can get it straightened out here today. I did have the Cowboys and the Panthers game to go over here on the show, but felt few and far between for me yesterday. All right, say hello to some more folks. Elliot Jameson here. Fernando Mendoza's here as well. We do have some domestic football action today, including West Ham and Bournemouth in EPL action, Inter Milan and Lazio in Serie A. So got a little bit of action here today in soccer, and a few other folks to say hello to, including, see who else joined us here in the chat. Good conversation. Thank you, everybody. We got just 30 of you in here right now, so I think we got to get started, though. Dougie's here today. Redbeard, great job in the chat yesterday. I was watching the shows yesterday on some of the other channels, just couldn't make it there. So see what we got here. What is Dave saying? He wants to bet on the Broncos and the LA Chargers. He wants to bet on the game. All right, let's see here. Googly-eyed ring girl, thank you for being here today as well. All right, Matt D. All right, thank you guys. We'll get started with the action today. What else can we do? We did have some action as well. Let me take a look here, at least at a few things. In NBA yesterday, again, I was struggling to find some winners, but we did have the Washington Wizards plus the points against Boston. That looked like a good one. They held their own, so to speak, covering there in a 14-point loss. We had a winner Knicks and Orlando game to go under yesterday. I had a premium pick winner Portland and Phoenix game under. Also had the Trailblazers here is my pick on the show. Dallas and Golden State game to go under. I think that one went under, didn't? Yeah, I think it did yesterday. So, hey, we found a few winners here. Team Steam consensus went with Memphis. That didn't work out yesterday. The Lakers had LeBron back, and they won. And make no mistake, I mean, despite what you hear in the media, in the right-handed media, about LeBron, he had a sprained ankle. There's just no other, there's no other news there really. We can get all crazy, and X is so accurate in their news after all. Hockey, we had a winner with the St. Louis Blues against the Rangers yesterday. We gave out the winner on the under here on the show, and we also had the Carolina Hurricanes on the puck line yesterday as a winner. College basketball, not great. Oh, that's for sure. We had a winner here on the show, Georgia Tech and Northwestern game to go under. Premium pick winner, Illinois, Chicago, and Little Rock game to go over. Another premium pick winner, Arkansas State and UAB game to go over. But other than that, I was feeling like couldn't do much. So, all right, let's get started with our games. We can make this a pretty quick show. Probably be out of here in the next hour or so with our coverage tonight, starting with the National Football League. And let's take a look here. And good to have Sharpie here today. We're going to go out. We're going to run for president here. So let's see. Nate Dogg's here. Thank you, Nate. MMA guy here. He says this show won't last. There's too many free winners on this channel. That's right. And he says the community to pay for the losers. Listen to MMA guy here. Let's get into it, MMA guy. You got anything else here? I'll sit here all day and make a joke out of you, pal. I haven't seen you pick a winner in about 5 years. So appreciate you stopping by, though. I've never even seen you make an MMA pick, quite frankly, and I don't think you know the difference between rear naked choke and, well, I don't know, what other kind of choke job you can come up with. So Dave says MMA guy's a goofball, but I wouldn't call anybody a goofball. I just want people to stand behind their comments here. This show's going nowhere, that's for sure. As long as I can wake up and get to the computer, I'm going to be here, even if I can't get 3 dozen of you in here. I knew the views might be down after a few losses yesterday. I know MMA guy, he's a subscriber, so he knows we had a bad day yesterday. That's all there. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Nuke is here today as well. Great job on the show last night. Nuke, you guys were having fun there. Here's what it was yesterday. I was watching the show across the street, and felt like my obituary the way they were talking about me on there. I did stop by, and here we go with the Joe T here today as well. All right. Yep, no more from MMA guy. All right. Hope Joe, and hope Joe, don't ban him. Don't ban him, Joe. Don't. I try. One thing I tried to do is, make content out of the trolls. So I love it. All right, here we go with the NFL tonight, and we'll get ready. Maybe we should break down the personnel a little bit and find out what's going to happen here with the guys in this one. The Bears taking on the Vikings here. The game will have I guess about a 30-minute interval here. This one starts at 8 Eastern and 7 Pacific. The Vikings favored by 7. The total 43.5 here in this one. We got a division matchup here, and well, the Vikings are having trouble covering the spread in the division and maybe in general here right now. Vikings coming in, of course, 11-2. They've won their last 6 games, but they're not great as a home favorite. Just 9-17 against the spread in their last 26 as a home favorite. The Vikings are 5-1 straight up, 4-2 against the spread here this season. Vikings just 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 division games here at home. And the Vikings took everything they had to win and cover. I will mention in the last matchup between the two teams at Chicago 3 weeks ago. So the Vikings were able to get the money in an overtime win, 30-27. The Bears had a big night, 320 yards passing, as the Vikings have shown more vulnerability defensively here of late. They have a pretty good defense. Everyone's talked about it. But maybe down a little bit here the last couple of weeks. Still, handicappers feel like they're pretty heavy on the under here. Two teams that maybe they have produced some unders here of late. Vikings have won 7 of the last 8 games in this series. 4 out of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Vikings are 12-4-1, though, against the spread in their last 17 games, coming off of a win. The Bears have lost 7 straight now, but 4 of them by 3 points or less, so they're hanging in there. But here's the problem. They're on the road for the 3rd straight week, and that often is not that's a vulnerable position here, so to speak. But doesn't necessarily mean they can't cover. It might just mean it might make it tougher to win. Bears are 8-14-1 against the spread. Their last 23 games as a road dog, but they really have trouble kind of running the ball. 3-1 for the Bears in their last 4 games, 3-1 against the spread in their last 4 division games on the road. So I don't think the Bears can stay in within a touchdown today, but let's get your comments here in this one with the Bears and the Vikings here today. And see what you guys have in this one. Bears have gone under in 8 of their last 9 games on the road. Minnesota has won 6 of the last 7. What did I say? 6 of the last 7? Is that right? In the series, what did I say? 7 of the last 8, is that right? Let's get your plays here, everybody, and see what you want to do in this one. All right. And let's see here. Thomas is on the Vikings here. I don't even want him in timeout. I want to bring him on the show. I mean, how many people, they talk a big game, man, but they don't have the wherewithal to make appearances or anything like that. You know how these people are, fake phonies. All right. I'm hot today. There's no doubt about it. Coming off of a bad day, man. I'm ready to go. Don't tangle with me. I'm ready right now. I'm pissed. I'm going to be firing today for sure. Nate likes the over in this one. And Jermaine propping it up here with us. Redbeard said, got to take it up here a little bit with the Bears. I'm going to try the Bears here to stay in the game today here. And Thomas says, if I take the Bears, I'm taking the Raiders. Dave goes under. Bob McCormick here is on the Vikings. And Matt D on the Vikings as well. Also, let's see here. I think that's it. That's it. Is that going to be it for the Bears and the Vikings with you guys? Maybe I'll take a few look at some personnel here in this game. See who I like. Because one thing I did do yesterday on my appearances leading up to the shows, and even if I couldn't pick very many winners, I did nail the props that I was touting anyway. I mean, we talked mostly when I was on the Nuke the House channel, though. I talked up guys like Rico Dowdle yesterday. He obviously had that huge game yesterday. Man, just felt like I had the props kind of right. But all right, let's see here for the Vikings. Going to be a pretty strong rushing advantage for them here with the backfield today. I would think that's where they want to focus here with Aaron Jones, of course. Probably slated for a pretty big game. I think the Bears can pressure Darnold a little bit, but man, still Jefferson, Addison, these guys. The only thing that's making Jefferson even hotter is the fact that Addison look so good here of late. Now the Bears do have a banged up backfield, and then going up against a good rushing defense like the Vikings, they'll probably have to take to the air a little bit. But let me take a look at that injury list here right now for the Vikings. DeAndre Swift is upgraded here to probable in this one. They've also have Travis Homer listed on the injury report here as well. So I'm taking the 7 points with the Bears here. They'll have to, I guess Adunze could have a strong game here. I'm worried about Keenan Allen here a little bit coming off that weak performance he had against the 49ers, but I'm still willing to take the points in this one. All right, let's take a look here. Anything else in the chat? Doesn't look like Cash Kane says Stroud. What was that? Stroud interception here. It's on the wrong day, I think is what it is, Cash. All right. I guess that's it. In this one, I'll take the Bears here plus the 7 points. There's Swerve in the chat, whoever he is, too. Whenever you see these new names out of nowhere, you just, people just making accounts. Some people can't help themselves. All right, Dave says maybe Keenan Allen here in this one. All right, I'll take the Bears here and be done with it at this point. Let's move on. I'm ready for more. Bring it on, guys. Falcons and the Raiders tonight as the co-feature here, it feels like, with Falcons on the road. Look, the Falcons are obviously still have something to battle for here. Raiders not so much, but the Falcons are still alive there. They're probably going to be left out of the postseason, but they can still get it going here and win down the stretch and improve their chances. But they are mathematically still alive. In fact, ahead of a few teams here still in the standings. The Falcons are favored on the road by 5, and the total 44 here in this one. So Falcons here 0-4 straight up and against the spread in their last 4 games, as they've seen that 6-3 start completely erased here of late. The Falcons are 8-15-1 in their last 24 games as a favorite, 9-14-1 against the spread their last 24 games off of a loss. For the Raiders, they come in 2-11. It'll be Desmond Ridder getting the start here in this one for the Raiders. The Raiders are 0-9 and 3-6 against the spread their last 9 games overall. So we'll see here with Ridder. Raiders have owned this series, but again, infrequent opponents for sure. Still, Falcons are 5-0. Falcons have owned the series. Pardon me. Falcons 5-0 straight up, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall. So, do you really think here that Falcons favored on the road doesn't feel like the most comfortable, but the Raiders want to make sure they're in line, it feels like, for maybe Sanders here, and they can't really flirt around too much with winning this game, but that's not on the players, that's on the organization, and they'll be, I don't know how it works out, but see what you guys want to do here. Falcons and the Raiders here. All right, let's take a look here. Raiders have gone under in 6 of their last 7 home games here, but Steam came in also on the over in this one. Currently at 44.5 right now. The line's actually up to 5.5 here and 44.5. Let's see what the chat has in this one. There we go. See what we got here. Swerve says the show needs more energy. Yeah, you ain't going to get more energy from me today, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, Matt, who will be the coach of the Raiders? Could it be Dion? Could they fire him? Nate Dogg here is on the Raiders in this one. And let's see here. Bring it on, MMA guy. Let's see what you got. Just going to sit here and wait it out. This guy's a fucking prick, I'll tell you that. Let's go. I'm waiting. It's you and me, buddy. I'll send you the link. Nothing, huh? Oh, he's got the Falcons there. All right. Here's MMA guy. Says sports money, pub sports, who banging? They give all their winners for free. And, well, let me tell you, I'm a paid tout. That's what I do, pal. I've been doing it all my whole life. So I don't need your ass in here talking about it like this. You're just a jerk. And if I ever saw you face to face, I learned this from Jimmy the other day. Just talk down to these guys a little bit. All right, let's see what else he's got to say. There's only 3 dozen of you in here today, so I'm ready to go, man. If I would have won yesterday, I would have ignored it, but I'm hot. Just waiting for more comments from MMA guy. Nothing? Waiting on the next one here. Just waiting. We're not going forward with this show. I'm going to continue to work on this troll a little bit. All right. You couldn't start your own channel for buying picks, folks. You couldn't start your own channel for pick buying, folks. I have no idea you can't even put a sentence together. You can't spell buying here.
Team play.
All right. Or did you want to steal others' community? You don't seem to know what's going on here, fella. I mean, what are you even saying? All right. I'm ready. Lorenzo Harris is here today. Nice to have Lorenzo here. Swerve is whenever you get swerved here talking, you start to see these potty humor guys. This guy's, a little bit off his rocker, it looks like, too. I've only got like 10 games or so. All right. Swerve says, start your own channel. No, I ain't starting my own channel. This is where I'm at. Sports Money Network. I love it. All right. Any more? Man, I'm just waiting. All right. Hoping for more from him, but guess I'll have to. Here's MMA guy. 10 losers coming right up. Like I said, MMA guy. I mean, what is your name? How we do it? Another goofball name like that.
System play.
Says here to ride what Mike built. Yeah. MMA guy, you know how to reach me, and I'll have it out with you anywhere. We can make our own channel together, and I'll take you down so fast, man. You won't know what hit you. All right. Swerve loves MMA guy. You know who, I mean, we all know who this is, anyways, by the way, but MMA is a great capper. He tails him a lot. Nuke says ignore him, but I'm ready to go. Everyone can just leave. Nuke, anybody, everyone can just leave. The show is really turning into me working with the trolls. There's no handicaps coming up at this point. Welcome to the show. Andrew G is here today. It's all about me and MMA guy at this point. This show's going nowhere. Now it would be up to the wrenches to kick him out, but I'm not gonna. I'm looking for a bet. I'm ready to put the link in there and have you come on the air, you prick. Waiting for more comments from MMA guy. All right, I'll try to find some comments here on about the game. Falcons finally win one, says Dave. Kirk Cousins struggling here of late, right? Last 4 games, 8 picks right now. I mean, he's got to totally turn it around here at this point. And that's, one of the issues that Cousins is facing here right now, just trying to turn it around. It doesn't feel like at this point he's going to be able to. Really the worst little stretch of his career. He should have a pretty good matchup here against the Raiders today, especially these receivers too, with London, with Mooney, even down to McLeod. I would think here today a good matchup. Now, for the Raiders, obviously they've got their own situations, just trying to make sure what they can do at quarterback here in this one because of McConnell having injury problems here right now as well. So just a disaster here for the Raiders, and we have to see how they'll approach it here tonight in this one. O'Connell here questionable right now. So, all right. Yeah, Nuke feels like an afterthought, right? They're like, we better just put 2 games on, but this was the original schedule here a little bit. All right, Robert likes the Falcons here. Oh, here we go. Here's some more. Let's see. Matt, they're talking about Dion DeVega. I would think he's going to go right with him almost wherever he goes, it feels like. Checking through. I want more. I mean, I'm so hot after having a bad day, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to throw down a little bit. All right. All right. I guess you guys, maybe you guys banned him. I don't want that, but. All right. I can't find any more. Darn it. All right. Here's Nate over in the Raiders game. Elliott's on the Falcons here. Oh, Nate, why'd you guys do that, man? I mean, I don't want that. I want to be, if we're banning people that want to come on like this, I mean, we can't pick and choose, it feels like. I know you want me to get going with the show. We don't need me cussing at people and getting all, but I mean, that's, it's not like we're on some big channel anymore. I'm ready to do it. Art Thompson's here today as well. Chosen one says Drake London, ATD here today. And our Thompson's on the radar. RVD said just keep going, whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I gotta make a pick on this one. I'll go under here with the Falcons game and the Raiders as my pick. And that's a winner. All right. Guess that's it for you guys in the NFL, and I don't know what else I can do here. to break it down. Who is starting for the Raiders? That's the question. That's the question here at this point. McConnell is going to try to make this lineup, it feels like today, but, with him being questionable right now, and you have Desmond Ritter listed as the backup. He's the one that came in last time, and he's been in there a couple of times this season. So obviously, he's the former Falcon as well. So maybe it brings a little bit of intrigue to this one if Ritter gets in there and plays for the Raiders in this one. So, all right. All right, gang, appreciate it. And we'll just move on here. We got NBA, NHL, college basketball today, and darn it. All right. Let's go to the NBA here, try to find some winners. I know it's hard because, I know the subscribers are upset. I had a bad day, and, the 50 cents a day, it really wears on their pocketbook. Here's a guy, MMA guy, right? I mean, I charge basically 50 cents a day to get some additional content. There's plenty of people with subscription sites out there and different services and everything, but MMA guy can't even afford 50 cents. He's such a bozo loser. I've got stacks and money and a baller and everything. So, all right, poor guy. He's broke probably. All right, how long do I have to wait for him to come out of timeout? Let's take a look at the basketball here with the 76ers taking on the Hornets. 76ers a road favorite. Take me over to the NBA and get rolling here. 6-game card on Monday with the Sixers on the road in this one against the Hornets. I'll regain my composure here. Sixers have won 2 out of their last 3 games, but are coming off of a loss last time. They lost to the Pacers 121-107. For the Hornets, they lost last time out against Chicago 109-95. Before that, they finally got a win against the Pacers 113-109 here. And take a look at some of the numbers for these guys for the Hornets and Charlotte. They've gone under in 4 out of the last 5 meetings here in Charlotte. Philadelphia has also had a pretty good run in this series, winning 12 of the last 13 meetings here in Charlotte, and they're just a small favorite here. Now, Sixers have been able to pick it up a little bit. Charlotte is 13-10-1 as an underdog this season. Both these teams are pretty hardcore unders so far. Charlotte is 8-15-1 to the under as a dog this season.
System play.
Little steam coming in here just a few moments ago. It's on the Jazz game with the Clippers tonight. Steam coming in here on the under at 224.5, probably down to 223 or so here right now with the Jazz and the Clippers. All right, you can make a pick here if you'd like with Philly and Charlotte. And let's see what we got here. If anything. All right, Philly Eagle Flyer with a little bit of soccer action here in this one. And, man, having trouble getting through you guys' comments out here. And it's not working out. I mean, you guys are on my you guys are lowering yourselves to my level here, attacking the guy. I expect the picks from you guys. Here's Robert McCormick on the Sixers here in this one. I'll go with it. The Sixers have owned these guys here a little bit. They've obviously shown some life here of late. I guess it is still a big deal because of, it does feel like as bad as Embiid, being inconsistently here out now of this one, but can the Sixers manage it without him? It seems like when he's in there, he still gives them whatever he can, but he got hit in the face last time. So right now, I think he's out until they can get him a little bit cleared up in his sinuses. I don't know how it works, but I guess eventually he could come back with a mask. I think we've seen Embiid with a mask before. So a ball is questionable here in this one. So that's the big news in this one, that Embiid probably going to be out of this game with that sinus injury. Cash Kane says, take the Sixers. Dave is on the Sixers here as well. All right, I'll try the Sixers in this one. Next up here, the Heat versus the Pistons. In this one, you got the Heat favored on the road, -1. Let me know if MMA Guy, once he comes back, we're going to send him the link, bring him on the show here. I'm ready to go. Put you right up here on a 2-shot, and we'll go at it. We will go at it. We only got 40 people here on the show. This is one of the lowest viewed shows. Everybody's left, but I'll bring you on here right now, and we'll just duke it out. Try to get these ratings up a little bit. Try to get the numbers up on this show. I'm already trying, man, best I can. Again, content is king, and that's how you get viewers. So I'm not going to do it with the losers, right, buddy? All right, the Heat have won 4 straight games coming in right now into this one. They did fail last time out against Toronto as an 11.5-point favorite. They still won by 10 points, so Heat playing probably their best basketball of the season right now, it feels like, coming into this one. But Detroit's had a pretty good series against them, actually. Miami's won 7 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams. But Detroit's covered the spread in 6 of the last 7. So really, it's just Miami favored by too many points. Now, maybe it's getting a little bit lower here, enough to consider that maybe Miami can just win it. But Detroit at home, against a team they usually cover against. Miami has won 4 out of the last 5 meetings here in Detroit. So let's see what we can do here with this one. This one feels a little bit tricky. But you do have Detroit right now. They've gone 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games, but they are a little bit above 500 against the spread as a dog. Detroit's gone over in 7 of their last 10 games overall right now. So see what you got here, if anything, in this one with Miami and Detroit. Probably end up taking the dog here. Let's see what we got. Any more picks? That's what I'm looking for, is some picks. Thomas is on Detroit here. And Jermaine said Embiid is soft. Well, he did get his nose broken. I don't know, Jermaine. Let's cut the guy a little bit of slack on that one. I mean, if you got a broken nose, I think that's, I don't know, that feels kind of legit, I think. Robert's on Detroit here. Yeah, Elliot says the Heat's covering those numbers. And Detroit covers since, says Curtis. And Jermaine wants to go over here. I'll take Detroit in this one. Kind of want to use it as a premium, but I need to prove that I can pick some winners to my to viewer MMA Guy. I'm going to need a winning day. Otherwise, he's going to be back here picking on me again. I had a bad day, so I know customers like MMA Guy paying his 50 cents a day for my picks. He's very upset. And I'm upset too, because I wasn't making $1 and $2 bets like MMA Guy. I was a little bit heavier on the game. So when you got a guy here coming, he's steaming right now like I am, I need some winners. So I'm ready to fire. All right. I get it, Jermaine. No, he's not. I think what's happened here, he can't get himself totally into shape because he can't find enough practice time with his, with the type of injuries he has. He's still of great talent, so he's able to go out there on minimal practice or partially injured and still play well, but then he gets fatigued big time when he's used extensively because, he's not in total pro athlete shape. So, no, I agree with all that, but I was just saying he got into broken news. Here we go, MMA Guy. All right, here we go. I'm broke, but you begged for 50 cents 8 times a show. Yeah, I got, a couple hundred subscribers to some of the services there. So, yeah, it all adds up. It's like a business model, I know that, you spend all your time trolling shows and everything. So it says, wonder why the viewers are so low. No doubt about it. I only got 3, and they're leaving because I'm here only to talk to you. nobody really wants to watch a show where, it's a guy just going after a troll. So, yeah, you don't got much to stand on. You're the guy on off screen. So I'm going to be able to own this situation big time. Everyone knows that, what you're up to, buddy. So, all right. Let's go. I'm waiting for more. Let me do a commercial here right now. You can get my best picks over at winnable.com. You can use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. We might make a special code for MMA guys so we can get some discounts. So we can get in for 25 cents. And fade the losers here, it feels like, with MMA guy, how we do it. Like some little play on words, some goofball name. Who is this avatar, by the way? Is that a famous person? I don't even know who that is. All right. See what else we got here. With our game, don't forget, we're talking about Miami and Detroit. I guess I made my pick already. So, all right. Yeah, you're only going to help make the views go up eventually, I would think.
System playing.
Right, let's see here. Okay, MMA guys talking about shows on different channels. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to worry about that. So he says, "What's your excuse for the low numbers?" I'm not really worried. I just come on here. I want to talk sports, but you've made it about you, troll man, and I'm willing to go with it. I'm willing to just go with it the entire show. I'm not even, I love all the people in the chat, but this is about me and you. I want to send you the link. If you can please contact me on X right now so I can send you the link and invite you on the show. I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. I don't know if you're on social media or anything. You could find me, I think if you type in Google Ramon Scott, maybe the word sports, come right up at the top pretty much. Chosen One says the revenge spot here for the Heat. Last time these two teams met, just about 3 weeks ago, 123 to 121. Detroit won and got the money as a 1.5 point underdog. All right. Man, it's just so bizarre how, I wish we could do an expose of, the people who are controlling these goofball accounts a little bit, because I might have a problem, actually, with the person who does do this. And they're afraid to, say it to my face. And I'd give them a piece of my mind. So MMA guy says more people in the chat. They don't sell the picks. Well, maybe, look, you're here right now. You are the man. You're the star of the show at this point. Hey, there's AOD. We're talking Pistons, but I'll take the Pistons. Let me move on to the next game and see if I can get a little more rise out of something called MMA Guy. Bulls and Pistons here in this one. You got the Pistons, the Raptor, Bulls and Raptors here. You can tilt me a little bit. Here, the Raptors are favored by 1. The total 239 in this one, up to 240.5 right now. We're seeing some movement here for sure. The widely reported steam did come in on Chicago in this one, but you see here we're getting this one going up to 240.5 right now. There we go. All right. 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under, but overall, it's been an over series when the teams have met here in Toronto. Right now, Toronto's on a roll again spread-wise. They've covered 5 of their last 6 games overall, but they're just getting about 1.5 points here from the Bulls. But, man, they've been the moneymakers. It's just now all of a sudden they've hit a 4-game losing streak. here right now, but have covered the spread in the last 3 games. So they lost to Miami 114 to 104 as 11.5 point dog. They lost to the Knicks by 5 as a 7.5 point dog, and they lost to Dallas by 7 as an 8 point dog. So I'd probably trust them maybe to get a victory here over the Bulls. I'm going to end up taking Toronto here in this one. They've covered the spread in 6 of their last 7 games at home. Now they'll need to win, obviously, and they're only 6-7 at home so far this season. 7-19 overall. The Bulls here have been a decent favorite, but they're a dog here in this one. So, no, they're favored now by 1.5. Let me fix that here. Put the favoritism on the Bulls side. They're favored by 1.5. So Bulls are 3-1 straight up as a favorite so far this season. Toronto 10-3 against the spread at home. So I'm probably going to end up with Toronto here as my play. See if you guys want to do anything in this one. Curtis says Bulls Nation here today. Nate on the Raptors here. And I think MMA guy has his trolls all mixed up at this point. He's a guy with multiple accounts. I mean, look, all these guys, there's about 5 or 6 of them in here that are done by the same guy. This guy's a total, this is how trolls work. They can't help themselves. They've got mental issues. They're pricks, actually, and come in here and ruin a show like this where really I just want to handicap games, sell my wares, tout my picks. You got MMA guy. He doesn't even know who's a troll, who's not. He's got probably a little sheet that says which account he has to log into to get to the right ones, and then sometimes he presses the wrong one. This guy's got mental problems, issues, goes on other shows as other names. There's about 7 or 8 names in there, maybe controlled by the same guy or the same 2 or 3 guys. These guys are fucking pricks, and they don't have the balls to say it to my face, contact me on social media, and talk to me directly so I can give them a piece of my mind. Okay, that's it. Elliot says this should be a high-scoring game here today. MMA guy does not even know who's in here. He doesn't know. You don't know which trolls are which. There's only about 2 or 3 people who run all the little trolls. Half of them are people like you. You are one that is controlling several of the accounts. I think you might even be talking to yourself. You might be the 4 or 5 accounts having a conversation with yourself in here. I don't even understand how it works. So, good luck to you. Here's Robert on the Raptors. Cash Kane's on the Raptors as well. Now look at this. This is he likes Ramon. I don't like you. It's not, the feeling is not mutual. I'm ready to have you come on and you can debate me pick selling too. I mean, I go back to the days of 900 numbers. I used to have a score for. This is the world champion Ramon Scott, and right now on my heavy hitter hotline, I've got for you 5 big plays for Sunday. 1-900-420-8027. Dave's on the Bulls here. No, Elliot, we have, but I just haven't had the time with few games to debate a troll. And the other channel wouldn't let me do it. And I think I can here. I think Mike gives me the leeway a little bit. I think for me, it kind of makes a little bit of content here. That's what I want. If everyone doesn't like in the chat, obviously the show will go downhill and we won't have. Right, Nate Dog says, well, yeah. Well, that's where I got the idea. Jimmy was like telling
Critical
somebody
notice.
like to slash their balls or something like that. And I'm like, man, I want to do that. Thomas is on the Bulls in this one. I'm taking Toronto. Did I mention it? By the way, I mean the show is practically ruined here with this guy, but all right. But again, I don't want him banned here. MMA guy says he does. He says I'm wrong. I'm right. I know who everyone is. I know who all the uh, asshole troll guys are. I don't know them personally because I don't know if they show themselves on the air. But you can see in the language, right? You can tell which trolls are the same person because they kind of talk about the same thing. The person is a jerk and a fool, actually, just trying to get a rise, and it worked. I love it. That's what I'm here for. Bulls money line over here. Hope everything's okay there, old E.
Critical notice.
All right, I don't know what you mean right here. All right. I don't want him to leave me alone, you guys. I'm having fun, but I know it's ruined the show and I don't even have any trends or anything. Let's try to go to the fourth NBA game with the Cavs taking on the Nets here. The Cavs are a 10-point favorite, and the total here 220.5. There was some widely reported steam that did come in on the under in this game. Right now sitting at, let me see here, 218. So this one's gone down
Critical
2.5
notice.
points here so far. There we go. And the line here, yeah, pretty much sitting on 10. All right. Cleveland has won 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams, but Brooklyn has covered 4 out of the last 4 of those meetings. So looks like Cleveland has been favored by a few too many points here for the most part. All right. Cleveland continues to roll these bad teams right now, and you got the Nets here having lost 2 in a row. Again, they've been our moneymaker, but they have been starting to give it back here a little bit. Still, they've covered 2 out of the last 3 games. They got blown out by Memphis last time out, but they did get the money against Milwaukee. They did beat Indiana here of late. So, yeah, the Cavs are winning and covering some numbers here for sure. But man, it seems like every time you got the Nets here with enough points to get the money, that's what they've been doing. Nets have been very solid, 13-7-1 as an underdog. Now the Cavs are 15-8 as a favorite. So let's see if you guys want to make some picks, but I just can't wait to get back to the chat every time to see what is next. Here, okay, no, this is good. Okay, I got another good one here. I'm like a used car salesman that knows the transmission is slipping and sells you the car anyway. Well, my mom was a car salesperson, so you can fucking suck my cock, pretty much. That's all on that one. And I liked when Mike said last night on one of the shows that I'm able to, do a little cussing, and I don't do it too much, but this guy's got me hot.
System playing.
Yeah, he's still here because they won't ban him because I said don't ban him. I want this smoke. I'm looking to, generate some content here. I don't care what no, I don't. And that's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said exactly the opposite of this. Do you know what you're saying? MMA guy, come on. Come on, man. Come on the show. Let's go. I know, it's tough. I know you're a subscriber, MMA guy, and I had a bad day. I knew it was coming. I knew someone would be upset because of my bad picks yesterday. Basically gave back almost a whole week of profit. It was so bad. we were having a great run there for about 10 days straight. And one day really could knock you big time. All right, Cash Kane's going with the Nets. It's hard to stay focused on the show here a little bit. Elliott's on the Cavs. Redbeard's on Brooklyn. Dave's on the under. Fernando's going to lean under here. Cavs and under for Robert. Yep. Now you're done at MMA. Look at this MMA. Okay, I guess I gotta ban him now. He was fine until he was talking about my mom being a transsexual. My mom's dead, by the way. Talk about an asshole. I want to show it on the screen. You guys see it in there in the chat. What a jerk off. This MMA guy. I'll punch you in the face. I don't care if you're bigger, stronger, or whatever. I'm ready to go at you, man. Chosen one, Cavs first half.
Critical notice.
All right. Dave says, don't let it ruin the show. It is the show. Dave, the show's not ruined. This is the show. We're not even making picks. I don't even care about the games. This is me, an MMA guy.
Critical notice.
I mean, eventually this show will not be a sports betting show anymore. It's going to be me, an MMA guy, showing comments back and forth until this guy is willing to come on here and, basically have a shouting match with me. And I call him a bunch of names. Look at this one. Oh man, now I've been cut off of Twitter, it looks like. Something has happened here and now we're not going to Twitter. Did I violate some terms of service with this debate? Okay. Now he says I'm going to hell. Well, you're going to be there with me. When I see you, man, I'm going to be, hey, look, I mean, I don't want to threaten you too much here because then if something happens to you, they're going to, accuse me of something. So, all right, let's see if there's any more comments on the sports betting here. I'll take Brooklyn as my play. I mean, we don't even have any handicaps here. It's just me and some moron in the chat. See if I can find any comments on the show here on the game. Keith Each and Every Strides here. MMA guy wants to be involved in some, apparently, yeah, he's going to take my offer up there. I think, man, how about that? Trap God, good morning. All right. Man, no more comments on the games here, but I love the chat here. I have turned everybody against him here finally, and but it's just hard to do the handicaps here. I love reading the chat here. Did I say taco? Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, I meant it too. I mean, all right. Oh, is that what it was? You can't say that on YouTube, huh? All right, you guys. Dave's on the Cavs, I guess. All right. I'm on Brooklyn here. All right, I'm going to try to do another game. Elliott's on the Cavs. I can't even get the trends out or any injuries or anything because I have to spend all the time looking at the comments. All right, the Nuggets and the Kings here tonight. I'm going to take the Kings as my play here. I'll just say that right away here. And I'll just take the Kings in the game against the Nuggets. Pretty good game here, obviously, tonight with the Kings at home in this one. And let's take a look here. Sacramento's won 4 out of their last 5 games here right now. Nuggets come in 13-10. Sacramento 13-13 on a 3-game winning streak here currently, with wins and covers over the Clippers and the Falcons. And the Hawks last time out. He's got me a little bit. 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over when playing here in Sacramento. However, 6 of the last 9 meetings overall have gone under. So basically, they go under when the game is in Denver and over when the game is in Sacramento. Sacramento's gone over in 4 of their last 5 overall. Denver here, let's see, is it still a pick 'em? Yeah, Sacramento's now a 1.5 point favorite, and the Kings, the Nuggets are 5-2 against the spread as underdogs this season. These two teams are not really good covers at all. They've combined to go 19-28 to the under overall. Sacramento for, let's see, Sacramento is 4-8-1 at home against the spread. I meant to say these two teams are 19-28 against the spread overall. Man, I'm on tilt. All right here. Yeah, MMA guy got me on that one here because I said Falcons instead of. All right, let's see here. All right, no, MMA guy is on the Nuggets, so he's challenging me here. He's on the Nuggets. I'm on the Kings in this one. You want to bet a dollar, MMA guy? I don't want to. Okay, you can't say that on X, I guess. Fernando, I took the Brooklyn Nets in that one. Elliot's on the Kings with me. Jermaine's on Denver, however. RVD says block him. I don't want to. I mean, I don't know. Look, I want to make a sports show. I want to make my picks, but I don't know. I'm kind of a whore, right? I mean, just ask MMA guy. If I could blow up, if I could blow up big time, and I don't think this content's any good for blowing up. But if some people liked a guy making fun of a troll, I'd leave the sports betting world behind and make a show with MMA guy and be rich, I guess. MMA guy, is he in the consensus parlay? No, probably would, just do the drawing over if you won. For sure. You think I'm going to give you any money? Please. Although, I mean, maybe I should. Maybe I should just send you some. I'll send you some money to come on the show right now. How's that? MMA guy, I will, if you'll do 30 minutes with me right now, I will Venmo you some money. How much do you need? How much would it take to get you on the air with me right now and talk about everything? Just talk about everything. I think we'd blow 44 viewers away. I think we could blow this thing up. Robert's on the over here in this one. Robert also on the Kings here. Joe T's on the over here in this one. Nate's on Sacramento. All right. Sports money is money. MMA guy says $17. Okay, $17. If I can get 30 minutes with you, that's $34 an hour. 30 minutes, $17. MMA guy, please try to contact me. You obviously know how to use a computer. So get a hold of me, man. Get a hold of me. I'll give you $34 to do an hour show together with you. I'll pay you to do a show with me. Here's Dave on the Nuggets. Justin's on the over. All right. That's what the stupid it would pay it out if we could win it, right? We're 0 for 35. MMA guy hasn't even said anything about that yet. All right, I guess I got one more game here. Man, there's no handicaps here today because I'm on tilt. Jazz and the Clippers here. Clippers an 8.5 point favorite tonight here against the Jazz. Jazz have gone over in 5 straight games on the road right now. Clippers are 9-2 in their last 11 games at home. We've been kind of on the Clippers here for sure, but still laying a pretty big number for a team that's lost 3 games in a row now and failed to cover the spread. Of course, they were dogs in those games, but our Clippers streak kind of came to an end here. Clippers blown out last time, 120-98 against the Nuggets. Widely reported steam did come in on the under here, was 224.5, but I think we're seeing it now. What did I say? Down to 223, maybe even 222.5 here at this point. What do you do for a living, MMA guy? This? Or do you, when you're in your, I don't know. They always say like these trolls hang out in their mom's basement. They don't have jobs, live off their, you know, uh, older parents or whatever, or have inheritance. I don't know. But this is what I do. I'm a sports bettor and sell some picks. This is what I've chosen to do. I've worked in many jobs in my life. I mean, it's a high-paying job, had high-paying jobs, or modestly paying, high-paying jobs. So, but I can't, imagine doing anything else actually than this. It's so fun to be with this group of people in the chat. And once I got the, you know, feel of it, I was like, I want to be in there with a chat every day, even with trolls. All right, I'm trying to find some comments on this game, but here's Clippers over for Justin. Here's Dave on the Clippers. All right. Win for the Clippers, but the Jazz maybe cover the spread. We've seen a little bit of life here from the Jazz of late, but the last 2 games they've failed to cover. They lost to Phoenix by 8 as a 7-point dog, and they lost to the Kings by 45 points, right? Let's see here. Tower Wrangler. No, that's a good one. You got no balls. You can't, you're not willing to come in here and debate. I'm willing to debate pick selling, actually. What it is called content. It's like, I don't know. You don't subscribe to any newspapers or anything, or get any kind of services, internet services with information? Miss my time at the old Waffle House. No, but I was a sports bar manager for about a dozen years. That was pretty awesome, running book and everything. Okay. Oh, now he's stooping to my level here. Utah team total under. I guess that's it for. I'll go ahead. I don't know if I want to lay anything here with the Clippers. I mean, I kind of prefer them in the dog roll at this point. But Clippers are 6-2 against the spread as a favorite right now, and I'll just try them here to roll the Utah Jazz here tonight. Laying 9 points or so, 8.5 or 9. Remember what I said a couple days ago? Kawhi Leonard has started to practice. Doesn't mean anything here, but all right. I'm gonna try the Clippers here. Thomas says Clippers by 10. Okay, that's it for the NBA. Let's go to hockey. 3 games tonight on the ice. We'll start it with a good one. The Capitals taking on the Stars here in this one. Capitals, one of those road teams that's really doing some damage here right now. Seems like they don't lose on the road right now. But hey, Dallas at home, obviously going to be pretty tough here. But this streak right now that Washington is on with these road games, covering the puck line in 9 of their last 10 on the road. They've won 5 straight on the road right now. And I think I don't know if they've passed Vancouver, but those two teams certainly there's 2 or 3, actually there's 3 or 4 teams right now that on the road they're just money. It seems like now Stars are profitable at home right now, and they've won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. But man, a really bit of a contrast here with these two right now. Let's see what we got. I gotta go back to the chat and see if anything's going on. Oh darn.
System play.
Nate here today likes Washington on the money line. I'm going to take the under as my pick, though, in the game, actually. Probably going to like this one as a premium here, but Dallas still going under pretty much in 2/3 of their games right now. They're 7-13-3 to the under as a favorite, and 5-9-1 to the under at home. I'm going to take the under here with the Capitals and the Stars. All right, see what else we got here. And our Tom says Washington money line and over. Cash Kane says, "Why are you doing it?" I'm just looking for for content. I don't know. Look at this. MMA girl is here now. How about this? Is a completely different person, by the way. MMA girl, different person. I'm acting classless with my language and willing to tell YouTube about my conduct here on the air. All right. I don't think MMA girl knows quite how YouTube works. Oh boy. Let's see. Joe T says first period over, but full game under. Wow. Do they give you more money for something like that, Joe? Subhumans here today. Thank you, Sub. I am your boyfriend, honey. No, MMA girl and I have been, an item actually. Curtis says take the Caps. All right, I'll just take the under in that one. Man, the show has been really bad today. This has been one of the worst shows of all time, thanks to MMA girl. Panthers and Oilers here. Oilers $1.35 in this one. The total 6 over 20. And let's see what we got in this one with Skinner in goal going against Bobrovsky here in this one. I'm probably willing to take the Oilers at this price. Maybe it's a TARP here, it feels like, with this one. Now, granted, Florida's great too, 18-11-2. Edmonton comes in, though, red hot as well. Florida actually lost last time out to end their winning streak as they lost to Calgary 3-0. And before that, let's see, they lost to Vancouver 4-0 here. So on the Northwest trip, run into a little bit of problems here. Last 2 games, Edmonton, meanwhile, on a pretty big roll here right now. They've totally revamped their season and got it going here. I'm going to have to take Edmonton in this one at minus $1.35 or so. Man, it's actually down to like $1.25 at a lot of places. This feels like a premium, but I can't keep my head on straight to decide what is a premium and what is not. So hopefully I'll be able to pull off some winners here and tell MMA girl about my successes today with my paid picks over at winnable.com. All right. Cash Kane, Oilers and over here. Nate Dogg with some prop action. Art Tomps likes the over. Nate Dog, draw and over. All right. Yeah. Oh, MMA girl. All right. Panthers money line here. See, I told you guys would get into it after a while. I just kind of hesitant to want to roll with it because it is a little bit insulting for me to go up on these people, these trolls. There's like two or three of these people. They are known members of the community. I just don't know who they are. Apparently, some of the people who do some of these shows know who they are. I just don't because I'm really not into the little clique that all these guys are. They all kind of talk to each other and know each other. So but I don't ask anybody who the trolls are. I just treat them as such and then kind of, work with them a little bit. But apparently people know who they are and, just afraid to call them out. So they're people within our little community of sports betting shows. They run about, 10 or 20 different accounts each under different names to try to get under people's skin. So that's why I knew that I could kind of run with this a little bit. We see MMA guy coming in here every day, just basically looking to pick on me or work on me a little bit, but I just had enough and wanted to get into it with MMA guy. But now we've got MMA girl in here and a couple of other people as well. They may all be the same person, actually, but that's what the trolls are. And most people would just ban them, but I don't want to. I think we can do a different type of show here a little bit. Maybe a show where it's just the troll. And we may lose everybody. It'll just be me and the troll. But maybe it'd be more satisfying for me. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Any other picks? All right. Hey, go for it, MMA girl. Let's see. Let's see if I can get taken off social. Look, if I got removed from social media, I would think that would be a total accomplishment, right? I mean, look. I mean, I'm nothing. I got a show here with about 45 of my uh, closest friends. This is the most important thing to me in my life is coming on here every day. I promise you that. This is the most important thing that I do. It gets all of my attention. And for you to come in here and screw it up like this, all of the trolls, I mean, that sucks. But see, MMA Girl watches a show called Nerd Talk, and this is done by a man named Dave from Picks from Dave. The show doesn't exist currently right now, but it kind of comes back in different forms. Dave is a good, honest man, but these people really like Dave, MMA Girl. Some of these people like that. They want that show to come back. So I would love that show to come back. All right. Nate says first period over in the Edmonton game. MMA Girl really likes Picks from Dave's show. Says doesn't use bad language. So MMA Girl really wants Dave's show to come back. It's a free show. I think that's what MMA Girl is saying. Let's see here. What was my pick? Oh, let me get a pick on this. Edmonton. I went with Edmonton here. All right. First period over here. All right, I guess that's it for your picks on this game. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the last one. Man, got a few more. Got some college basketball to look at too, but this has been the worst show of the year for sure. Just like yesterday was the worst day of the year for me. Avalanche and Canucks here. You got Blackwood here possibly for the Avalanche. Like I said, the Avalanche went out of their way to try to improve their goaltending. It was their biggest problem, and now we'll see if it results in more wins. They're still 18-14, and they've been doing a much better job here of late. While Vancouver, for whatever reason, they win on the road and lose at home. Why is that? Got Blackwood here and possibly Demko going in this one. Colorado here $1.35, 6 under 20, and I'll just take Colorado here. Like I said, whatever reason, Vancouver costing you about a half a unit at home here right now with just a 5-7 record at home currently. Meanwhile, Colorado coming in here 15-7 straight up as a favorite. Colorado's won 4 out of their last 5 games on the road. Vancouver's gone over in 9 of their last 13 overall. They're 10-5-1 to the over at home. See if we got any picks from you here right now, but really it's just about getting back to the chat and what's going on here with the show today. So Thomas Bird showing a little support here for me, but that's not, you guys don't need to pump me up. I know I've ruined the show for you guys today. You want to come in here and just have hardcore, betting information like I like to do, but I was on tilt from yesterday, so. All right, MMA girl says, I'm using graphic, repulsive language, trying to defend her boyfriend. It's not, don't be mistaken, guys. It's like the same person running 2 different accounts. You know what I'm talking about. Here's Dave on the Avalanche, Nate Dogg on Vancouver. Here's Avs and over. Or we'll invite them both on the air. How about that? All right. See here. Redbeard on the Avs in this one. Connects team total over here for Elliott. Everybody loves all the trolls. I do know this. All the trolls love Dave Rogers. That's for sure. And who wouldn't? But all the trolls do love him. There's no doubt. All the trolls, plug Dave. They really like Dave. And why wouldn't you? The type of content that he can deliver, the handicapping, he's been great. Nothing I can say bad about picks from Dave, but trolls love him for sure. And again, I think with Dave's kind of, the way he talks about the world, right? Not just sports betting. He loves all that other stuff. So R. Tomps likes the Avs game to go over. And see here, Swerve, he loves Dave too. They all love Dave. And I love Dave. So, hey. All right. Nate Dogg says, let's see here. No, I can't put Crisco on my head. I don't know. Justin, we don't need that. Let me handle that. You don't know who the trolls are. Everyone else apparently does, but I do not. I'm not. Here's the thing. When you watch this show, I'm not in the little clique with all these people. They all seem to know who is doing the trolling and who the guys are, but I don't. I'm an outsider in this. That's why you see people coming in. They don't like people who are selling picks or whatever. I'm an outsider to this group of guys. I feel very lucky when I'm invited to shows and everything like that. So, all right. Man, I guess that's it for the hockey here. I've got some college basketball to look at too, but all right. Just show you the best games here, I think, today. I'm going to start with Wofford and College of Charleston here, with Charleston a favorite by 6.5 or so, and the total 146.5. call it 148.5 right now. I don't know if there's been much steam here. I'll check on it. I've been ignoring the steam today. There have been some plays, but I've missed them because of going off track here, off the rails a little bit. But I'll see if I can find some of those moves that came out. But yeah, there's no doubt the trolls have ruined the show here today, but that's their goal. That's their goal, to get under the skin of the host, make them tilt a little bit. But again, they're not willing to come on. They're not willing. They can't really defend themselves. They can only keyboard warriors. You know who they are. And yeah, I'm going to definitely call people out who do that. I may use profane language because they deserve it. But again, they're willing to take time out of whatever their life is to come in here and debate me on different things. I'm all for it. All right, let me see if I can drum up a pick here with Wofford and Charleston here. Charleston right now has won a couple of games in a row here to St. Joe's. They were an underdog and covered that one. They also covered 7 as a favorite against Northern Kentucky. Charleston's 6-2 against the spread this season. Wofford, and believe me, I've got a lot of problems, man. A lot of problems. This gets me away from my problems to come on here on the show every day. I've got skeletons. I don't know about skeletons, but I'm ready to meet the maker, so it's not going to stop me at all. Wofford here, 1-5 against the spread on the road. Haven't looked too swift at this point. Charleston's the one getting the money here for sure of late, and favored here by 6.5. For Charleston here, they are 3-1 to the over at home so far. I'm going to take Charleston in this one, lay the points against Wofford. Well, now I'm going to have to ban MMA guy. Darn it. He's starting to go after the chat a little bit. So, all right. I guess I'm done. If you're going after me, that's fine. And I don't care if the other people are going after the trolls. I'm not going to ban them for that, for sure. But once they start going after my guys, that's the game, right? I still hold control, but as soon as they go after the chat, then it's over. So now I tried, but once he started to go after, we'll probably be able to get back with the show now. I got to go with if the wrench wants to help, we're going to ban him here. Well, darn it. Here's Barry. Let me get Barry in here because he's trolling over here for the show, the sesh. And I don't know if he's really actually trolling. He's not representing those guys. They wouldn't come over here and do it. But there is a great show with some great guys over on another channel. And it's really a good show. I watch it every Monday. So it really is a great show there. So Barry kind of promoting it here. I don't think it is. Barry's one of those accounts. Barry is one of the troll accounts. He's in a way he's representing those guys, but I know that those guys aren't coming over here and saying, go to that show or whatever. This is the similar to all those other guys here. In fact, I should probably should ban the Barry account. I've never seen that one before, actually, the one, but again, when you see these guys, new names with the, yeah. Dave says host MMA guy. No, he's not. They're not going to come on, Dave. That's why we do it. They're not. They don't show their faces or anything like that. So. All right. All right, we'll do a few more college basketball games. This has been just a woeful show here. We'll probably pick them all right today in this one. Southeast Louisiana and Grambling here said picks. They said you guys said pick some mid majors here. So Southeast Louisiana comes in with a couple of losses here, but they are 5-3-1 against the spread. Grambling 5-1 against the spread so far, and they're laying just 1.5 points. I'm going to take Grambling here over Southeast Louisiana. I got a few more notes, but can't really, I'm not going to get into them here a little bit. I'm just going to make the picks and go back to the, but I banned the trolls, darn it. And here's another big fan of Dave here. Swerve loves Dave. He loves Nerd Talk, but I don't think I don't think Nerd Talk is a show anymore. I don't think that Mr. Rogers is doing the show right now. He's trying to bring it back. So, all right. There's Barry Roselle. Barry Roselle is his name. I think we've seen then, Dave. I think we've seen Barry there a little bit now that I mention it. All right. Elliot says he's been doing, yeah, no, there's no doubt. This has been a show like no other. But again, I was kind of waiting for it, right? If I would have been, 10-1 yesterday instead of 1-10, probably wouldn't even worry about it. All right. Curtis says, get it together here. I'm just picking some picks now. I want to get the show over with, obviously. Cal Baptist and Middle Tennessee State here in this one tonight. You got Middle Tennessee State, a 4-point favorite, and they've done a pretty decent job. It's up to 4.5 here right now. Middle is 5-2-1 against the spread so far. You got Cal Baptist here, just 3-7 against the spread, but 2-1 as an underdog so far. Seen some overs from these two teams so far, and I kind of like the over in this one. Teams are combined 11-7 to the over. I'm probably going to go with a premium here on Middle Tennessee. I'll just say it so MMA guy doesn't have to log into his account, but I'm pretty sure Middle's going to make my card today, and I'll take the over here with Cal. Just wait. He's just got to log in. We'll get more comments from MMA guy. He just got to find another account to log, got to choose one from the list and log into that one and start sending the comments through that way. So I've learned a little bit about the trolls because I didn't know much about it when I started getting into it. But again, I can't figure out which ones are which and who's controlling them because you see kind of the same ones in every show. And right away, too, because you can tell by the avatar that they use. They're kind of this generic look to them. And the wordings that they use are kind of the same. So there's no originality there. They really have they're not very smart people. I'm not either, believe me. I'm probably much lower on the IQ scale than these trolls because I couldn't make a bunch of troll accounts and do this to someone. It would take too much energy and effort. All right, I'm just going with the over in this one. Let's get another game up here. Let me go through. I think we have some comments here. All right. Cash Kane, Middle Tennessee. Elliot, Cal Baptist. See, we got it. I just got to read through them. That's why I have the hesitation. Trolls ruined the show today. Yep. But it's me. We could have banned them early, but I didn't want to. I wanted to take the show in this direction. So you really only have me to blame. Super True Story likes the over. Damon Waring is here. Thank you. All right. Oh, yeah, no doubt. No, it wasn't, Elliot, it was a losing day yesterday. It was a losing day. I mean, my worst day of the season by far. So I was ready. I was like, man, I hope a troll comes in today because I'm going to go off. So, sometimes we're looking for content. Nuke doesn't want to know who they are. Nuke, they are people that we do know. They are people who maybe even appear on the air with us here and just likes to they're a part of this community, whether you like it or not. Not just you, but everybody. Their goal was to throw the show. Yes, that is. And they feel they're so satisfied, right? Here's Sports Bunny, has no idea what's gone on the last hour as I probably my last day here on the channel with Mikey here. He'll probably fire me after all that foul language. But once Mikey said last night, I like Ramon. He comes on, he's not afraid to drop a few F bombs. So I'm like, man, I'm going to start getting after some of these trolls a little bit and use some foul language. All right. Any more opinions on this game? And there's Tino. Hello to Tino. They covered the spread, Tino. Finally. Elliot said, yeah. Right. So that's all I said, Elliot. I'm sure that MMA guy has, he is a subscriber. In fact, I have his email address, so I probably could just give it out here to everybody and we can spam him. Dave, their goal is to just throw Ramon off, and ruin the show. I mean, I have a bunch of notes here I've just basically not read. I spent 2 hours prepping for the show. So, Nuke, you keep talking like I like what Nuke's saying. Yeah, their main goal is to be here. I like what Nuke's saying right there. Yeah. Yeah, Swerve. I like what Nuke is saying. Swerve, I think you're wrong on that one. I think Swerve's right to call out those trolls just like I am. I think that's what we're accomplishing here. Damon has his picks. That'll work for me. Grand Canyon, Montana, Central Arkansas, Charleston, Tarleton, Northern Colorado, Sixers, Raptors, and Bears. I think Thomas left, unfortunately. So we didn't end up with any consensus plays here because we really didn't get into it. Yeah, T-Moss, someone came in and ruined the show there. Hey, Birdie's here. Hello to Birdie. Now we got some classy people in here. Mike, you don't have to go back to the start. It's just me Mike, I'm calling it out, right? I'm tired of just those secret trolls that nobody knows who they are, right? Maybe some people do, and they don't even tell me. I think even people within the people I've met and said they know who they are, but no one's told me who these trolls really are. So I just started calling them out. Some of them came into the chat here, and I'm tired of it. I had a losing day yesterday, and I'm not in a good mood. So I said, basically, come on the show, do whatever you have to do. You're one of those troll guys. So, all the supporters, basically all the supporters of, I don't know, you'd have to see it to believe it, I guess. All right. Swerve's wrong. Swerve doesn't know there, I don't think. The troll's got a show to run, I think Jermaine said. I'm staying on the air until it's all over. Cal Baptist also. They took me off the air there for a little while. Yeah. It could be, but I'll call them out, Elliot. If it's someone I know, bring it on. Bring it on. They know where to find me, and I'm calling them out right now. It's someone it's someone within our little community. Maybe they don't appear. One troll who has kind of embraced himself to the community a little bit. He's probably half of these accounts. Got me suspended on that other channel for 3 months because I went off on him one time. But I don't think that's going to happen here with. If it does with Mikey, I apologize. I sincerely apologize to Mikey on his channel here, but I'm calling them out. I am calling the trolls out, and I'm willing to battle. So I think the show is about over here.
Steam playing.
Little steam coming in here in pro football on the game tonight. This is big. The total here is moving right now on the Bears and the Vikings. We're seeing a significant move right now to 43.5 under at minus 120. This is definitely a move here to the under in the Bears Vikings game. Right now, Bet Online, Bovada, they're both moving lower here on the game tonight between the Bears and the Vikings. All right, here's Morgan here today. Good morning. Truth Teller responding is what they want, and that's what they're going to get. I'm going to try to keep on exposing these people, actually. We don't know who they are. Some people do know who they are, but they don't tell me. It's like a big joke on me, apparently. But they behind the scenes, they kind of all know who it is and who the few people are, but they don't really call them out. They kind of embrace it, I think, a little bit. And again, we could always just turn off the chat, but that would be no good because this is why I'm here for the chat for all you guys. So but again, I mean, you guys won't be. If you feed the trolls, they'll multiply. Truth Teller, that would be awesome, actually. I don't know if you're seeing it, Truth Teller, the way you are. And again, Truth Teller, you've called me out for being a pick seller a little bit. But look, you've come around a little bit. And again, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy making a living here. I'm not going back to being a dealer or anything like that at this age. I'm just going to sit here and mess with the trolls if it's down to two people. All right. All right, I think I got a few more picks. I forgot about the show. Grand Canyon. I think we talked about Grand Canyon. A couple people mentioned this game. Grand Canyon taking on Louisiana Tech. Grand Canyon had their winning streak snapped last time out in their game against Georgia, 73-68, but they got the money in that one against the Bulldogs. So I think still things are going pretty good. The widely reported steam did come in on Grand Canyon here. Louisiana Tech, they won and covered their last two against Georgia Southern and against Louisiana here. Grand Canyon may be a little bit overrated here. They did take the steam in this one, but I think it's going to run out a little bit here for Grand Canyon. I'm going to end up on Louisiana Tech here in this one just to win the game. I think you got Grand Canyon here favored right now by 2.5 or so, total 145.5. So as a favorite, Grand Canyon this season is 0-6. Against the spread. Louisiana Tech has covered their last two games as an underdog. So, all right, looks like Washington State quarterback John Mateer is going to miss the bowl game against Syracuse. Looks like he's going to enter the portal here. Washington State's quarterback, he'll miss the game against Syracuse. All right, I'm taking Louisiana Tech in that one. See, I got more quotes. I got more chat to look at the whole time. I'm not saying that it's just on you guys. Yeah. Swerve, don't say it. You don't know that. You don't know who it is, Swerve. Don't come. I don't want to ban you, but let's not make any accusations here. All right, Cash Cane's on Louisiana Tech. Justin did take Grand Canyon. Chosen one, Grand Canyon and under. Redbeard's on Louisiana Tech. I think the thing is, you don't expect, someone to just go off, right? And just supposed to continue to do the show and be professional. But I think I'm beyond that. I'm not heading to ESPN. I'm lucky to be here. I'm very fortunate to be on this channel, some of the other shows that have had me. And believe me, I've been fired from every job I've ever had, and you can see why, right? So, because I tell it like it is. Usually I'm the one that's fired because I call people out. And I'm looked on as the bad guy, but I'm really just being honest. And maybe it's just the way I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's why I've ended up here schlepping picks on YouTube. Can't get a job.
Steam playing.
And here comes the steam right now on that Syracuse, Washington State. This is the type of content that I usually give you, important details that you're waiting for. So Mateer enters the transfer portal. The total is dropping right now. 61.5 is going down, probably under 60 here at this point with Mateer. Had a pretty good season, 29 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, average 260 yards a game. So the fact that he's entered the portal has sent the total down in the Washington State game. This is usually what the show is all about, reading and reacting to the current line moves and news and trying to keep you updated and informed, usually in as much of a professional manner. Look, I come on to do this show because I want to be like, hey, look at me. I know a lot about sports, so why not get on YouTube and talk about it and see if I can run with it a little bit, see if I can get a couple of dozen people to watch me every day as I just share the information that I accumulate here. I'm not trying to show off or anything, just would like to be able to talk to people and interact with people. So pretty awesome feeling to have a show like this. Elliot saying, apologize, Elliot, if we had we did have a bad day. So, all right. No problem. Yeah. Well, Dave knows me better than anybody. Dave knows when I get upset. I mean, Dave's a righty and I'm a lefty, and I get mad at Dave when he starts to call me, and I get defensive. Okay. Justin, you don't know that. Dave wouldn't do that. Dave would not do that to me. Dave would not do that to me. So let's please stop talking about him. Okay, I'm looking through the comments. I'm sorry I'm not doing my usual talking for non-seconds, but it takes me a little bit more to kind of digest these comments here a little bit. Morgan's got a college basketball card here with Montana, Alcorn, La Tech, Middle Tennessee. He went to the Kent game yesterday. He says they're going to be strong here in the MAC this season. All right. A couple more here, I think. What do we got? All right, South Alabama taking on TCU here in this one. You got the Frogs coming in at 5-4, and South Alabama at 7-3 right now. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They won and covered against East Texas A&M last time out, but they failed to cover against Jacksonville State and Alcorn. TCU coming in here off of a loss to Vanderbilt by 9 points at home as a 2.5-point dog. They also beat Xavier before that, 76-72. So South Alabama's been the good cover so far. They're 3-0 against the spread on the road. A widely reported steam did come in on the under here. I think that's something I can get behind, actually. USA 0-2 to the under as a dog so far. There's not a lot of trends here necessarily. Just my ratings come in saying go under, and I'll take the under with South Alabama and TCU in this one. Okay, let's see if we got any more comments here. South Alabama and TCU. Zoe Faye, nice to have you today. Robert's on South Alabama as well. Yeah, for now. Those wouldn't be friends. No friend would do that to. No friend would do this to me. These people just don't like me, and I'm okay with that. I've made a whole life out of making people angry with me. Believe me. I try my hardest. There's that guy that wants to be friends with everybody. That's me. That's me. But when the true colors come out, I'm done with you. All right. Cash game like South Alabama here. A couple more here, I think. Air Force in Northern Colorado. You got the Bears coming in at 6-5. The Falcons are 3-7 here at this point. Northern Colorado has lost 3 straight. They've failed 4 straight, coming off of a 12-point loss to North Dakota State. 82-70. Air Force beat Stony last time out, 69-61 as a 5.5-point favorite here. I'm going to end up on the over here in this game with Air Force and Northern Colorado. You have Air Force so far 3-1 to the over as a dog. Northern Colorado 2-0 to the over as a favorite. And I'm going to go with the over. I kind of like Northern Colorado. Handicappers also like Northern Colorado, but they're just 4-5 against the spread so far. They are 4-1 straight up at home. Air Force hasn't looked too good on the road so far this season. The teams met last year was 83-79. Bears got the win as a dog, but now they're favored by quite a few points. I'll just take the over with Air Force and Northern Colorado. All right. And let's see here. Joe likes, I think, the over here with me in that one. Jake's saying over or pass. So kind of back on track here now that we had to ban them. So I don't mind if, look, there's no, with Justin, whoever, if they want to talk bad about the troll, they ain't getting banned. They are not getting banned. No, you can talk all you want about those guys making those accounts. They'll get banned eventually. They'll bury themselves. Not that it matters. It matters to them because then you know what happens. They get banned and they're like, damn it, I got to log into account B or well, I don't know. They probably have a little chart, the flow chart of who they are and what their personality is supposed to reflect. All right, over for Robert. I got even one more here with Southern Utah and New Mexico State, and got New Mexico State coming in here off of a loss currently, and they haven't been looking too good so far. 0-3 against the spread at home. They lost to Texas 91-67 last time out as a 19-point dog, but they lost by 24. They did beat New Mexico by 6 as a 19.5-point dog on the road, but they really haven't been too great against the spread so far. Now, for SUU, they are 1-2 as an underdog against the spread, but they haven't managed a 5-4 record so far. I'm going to take Southern Utah plus the points here in this one. I'll maybe go over here with New Mexico State having gone over in all 3 home games so far this season. So, all right, I guess the show's over for the most part. We didn't have any consensus plays, so I don't think we can even do a drawing. I think Thomas probably got mad at me with, getting the show off target. So want to appreciate everyone. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with me today. Apologize to everyone who didn't like the direction the show took here today, but, well, just can't say blame the trolls because you don't know who they are. So we could have just banned them, but I was steaming after yesterday. So I'm looking to take it out on someone for sure here. And it's not going to be any of you guys. I'm so fortunate to have you folks here. They're just 3 dozen of you today. This will be the least watched show probably here on the Sports Money Network since I've been on here right now. But I do really appreciate everyone here who does support me, the subscribers here. I know the guy's upset because I've got 180 people paying 50 cents a day or whatever it is here. And look, I'm trying to be the best professional better that I can be. I play just as heavy as everyone here. I just don't play as big a tickets, I think, as everyone. I will bet as much as all my friends here on all these shows, by the end of the day, I'll just have my money more spread over the card. I'm real. I'm real. If anything, like I said, I've got flaws. Degeneracy could be one of them here, among other things. I'd like to fix health issues. I wish I had hair. I wish I didn't get angry so much. I probably have all those jobs that I've lost over the years if I didn't piss off bosses for calling people out or for stupid moves or something like that and say it to their face here. And, when they're chumming up with their friends in the business, right? Instead of doing what's right. So that's cost me every job I've ever had. If it cost me here on the Sports Money Network, I apologize mostly to Mikey and to all the guys that do such great work in making us look good. And I come on here one show, make us look bad. So my apologies to all the real supporters in the chat and to my friends here at the Sports Money Network. But no apologies to those jerk off trolls. They don't like it, but that's too bad because they're the trolls. They're the ones looking for the reaction, and I'm willing to give it to them today here for sure because I'm going to have to go on another heater now for I don't know. It did feel like a good. I had it as winning days 11 out of the last 14 days before yesterday, and those other days were just marginal losses, usually a game or two under 500. We were on definitely a steady roll, and man, felt like it gave away a whole week's worth of winners with yesterday's cards. So all right, I'm staying on the air to try to make it better with you guys here right now. And let's see. Just thank you everybody for all of your support. The real ones in the chat here with Elliot Jameson and Joe T and Redbeard as well. Thank you. And these guys are real supportive. Robert McCormick. I mean, these are the people I've let down the most today. But again, no one. Here's the thing, right? No, here's the thing, Mike. No one in these shows is willing to call the people out, and I've waited a long time, and I still don't know who they are. It's like everyone here, kind of the people who are, I'm not saying you know who they are either. I don't know if you know who these people are, but it seems to me like the people who are running the shows. And again, I'm just here on this channel, and I asked to be on this channel, so if anything, I should be watching what I'm saying. But no one's really willing to call people out or say, "Hey, this account looks like that account," and all that. So, those people will never come up to my face and say, "Hey, I'm really the one. I'm that guy." All right, Cash Kane as well. Nunya here, right? Nunya, I'm just saying what I feel. Like I said, been fired from every job. I go on every show and like, I did this job. I did that job. I've done all these jobs. I actually had, a couple of jobs for over 10 years, but actually 3 jobs. How old am I? I used to work, 2 jobs a lot of the time and overlapped them. So, all right. Cash Kane. Oh, man, I'm missing some picks here. New Mexico State and over. And Joe says Southern Utah and over. Cash Kane's going big with the picks, right? That's what we should do. Let me double down a little bit after having a losing day. Jake Dye, thank you. Dana Delp, thank you. Zoe Faye, thank you. And right, no, Elliot, I got you. We're not rich, right? No, I'm steamed. I mean, if I'm going to drop a lot of money, I'm going to be tilted, no doubt about it. But I couldn't find many winners yesterday, and obviously that's what the trolls, probably subscribers, a little bit upset with the 50-cent picks and all that. So I get it. It's you're paying good money for these picks. I used to charge $25, $35, $45 for my picks over at those other channels, but now I'm over here and they allow me to sell my picks here for just pennies on the dollar. You can get my picks. MMA guy. I'm going to extend MMA guys subscription here. He probably says reduce it. He probably says refund my money. I don't think he does. He might be re-upping right now, so we can go at it a little bit more. But I'm going to extend him here. I'm going to double his subscription. He paid, I think, $4 back when I had a $4 per week. So I'll give him another month or so he can experience that little run that we were on. And thanks for joining me, everybody, here on the Morning Steam. I'm just rambling here at this point now. But you can get my picks over there at winnable.com. I set it all up. And there's no doubt I'm selling them here for just $20 a month, 50 cents a day. Get more picks from me. Bet them, use them, look at them, whatever you want to do. Set the notifications. That's how I do business here on the Sports Money Network. And I don't want to start my own channel, you guys. I want to be a part of a team. I think that is the most important thing. You see some folks, hey, they're starting their own channels or whatever. That's not what I want to do. I want to be part of a team. I wouldn't mind if you guys joined our team here, if you were that type of personality or whatever, right? I'm trying to get people on this team over here. That's why I came over here from the big 45,000 subscriber channel that I was on, selling the picks to, boutique picks, really. When you're selling picks for $25, $35, $45, pressure's on. Pressure's on anyways. Here, when I'm selling it for 50 cents a day, but I'd much rather sell picks to 180 people for 50 cents a day than a couple of people for $25, $35, $45 a day. It really feels nice to have a bigger outreach of people and interacting with them in our chat and our community. So that's what I hope continues. That's what I've tried to build. Remember, I didn't come on this isn't the start for me. I've been pretty much doing the YouTube touting out of the pandemic and a little bit before the pandemic, a few years certainly before the pandemic, trying to find a home, trying to get on a channel. Someone will take a chance on me. I befriended all those people, even the ones that are no longer with us anymore, trying to make a break for myself on one of these channels. And well, I had to tell that other channel that I'm going to go over here. And I called Mikey in the middle of the night and asked him, may I please do a show on your channel? And he said yes. And I felt so good about that. And now I feel even better here after almost a complete football season that this is my home. We've got these cool shirts on. You heard Billy Briz last night talking about how cool the shirts look and all that. And for me to wear this logo with pride here, knowing that we're starting. I mean, this is just the beginning with these guys. I promise you. You're not going to see me spinning off. They'll have to kick me off of the Sports Money Network. So, all right, I guess the show's over, but I'm enjoying just talking and reacting to everything. And what you guys have, see you tomorrow. All right. And Elliot, that's what I like to do. I try to read the chat, right? That's what we do. And Zoe, right? We haven't even started the community, it feels like. It's just me and whoever wants to watch me. And believe me, you guys know I have opinions on a lot of things that you guys probably don't even care about. We just want look at Philly Eagle Fly. This is like what I do, Philly Eagle Fly, right? We listen to people. If you're not listening to other people a little bit, you're doing yourself a disservice. I mean, you can try to be stubborn a little bit, but man, some of the best ideas on my board come from the other cappers, if you will, all the people that we follow in these communities. So, all right, you guys here, I just appreciate it so much, but guess we got to go. I'll be back tomorrow, and who knows? I know Nuke says ban him, but like I said, after a bad day, I was looking to take it out on someone. So, all right, Cash, he's a mechanic. Thank you. Spoon Milk Morgan says, "What's my favorite Christmas?" I don't know, Morgan. I don't know if I'm a Christmas movie type of person. I got emotional just decorating a tree last night. Okay, so I don't even know if I can handle any Christmas movies. So. Elliot says, when's my birthday? It's in 12 days. Be 56. So we could turn into Q&A. I got 24 of you here still left, but I'll wrap up the show. Hopefully these Plays win. All right, you guys. I'll sign off. Appreciate it. No drawing today. No, we didn't have any consensus plays. No consensus plays today, so can't have a parlay. So I guess what MMA guy said was right. You know, he wanted to be eligible for the money, and then he said, I don't want your $17. See what I mean? See how people are? Right? I haven't given any money away yet. 35 community parlays. So, all right. I don't want to leave, but I guess those guys can't come back. Did I put them in timeout or did I ban them? I don't even know. So hopefully we can unban their accounts so they can come in here again and try to give me the business. But I'm sure they'll be there tonight. I'm going to be on one of those shows, I think, on one of those other channels. So that will be awesome because I will not hold back. I am waiting to kind of bring the community together to try to call out those couple of people that are kind of ruining the shows for everyone on some of the other channels as well. So maybe I can be that guy. Maybe I can be a lightning rod. What do they call them? I could be a trailblazer. All right. That's it. Check in tomorrow. More Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. So long.
Can't escape from the team called the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the